Welcome to That's a Latté Film with your hosts Rebecca and Erica. On this podcast, we will talk about some of our unpopular opinions on some popular films. So grab a cup of coffee, relax, and join us. Disclaimer, some of the films we discuss may be a little explicit. We will try our best to keep it PG, but please beware before you watch the films.
Here we go.
Oh, that's good.
Will you snap out of it and get me some more coffee?
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies.
Let's get started.
Okay, so today's topic is on a great movie to so many people.
This is not a good movie. It's not good. Also, quick disclaimer: I don't drink coffee, so I don't have coffee. I have just cream with caramel. I don't like coffee.
She's got it's literally just sugar
And whipped cream and just cream.
Yeah, and cream and more cream.
And caramel.
I mean, I'm sure it's really good though. I
It
didn't
is.
have any, but
I'm also lactose intolerant, so just coffee in general just doesn't vibe well with me.
I feel like that has a lot of lactose.
It's literally just cream. Like they just take milk and heavy like just cream and whipped cream.
But she doesn't like coffee, so
I hate coffee. It doesn't taste good.
yeah. But okay, so let's get started. So we're talking today about a movie called Scarface. If you don't know about this movie, let me give you a little bit of a summary. So this summary is from IMDb. So Tony Montana manages to leave Cuba during the Mariel Exodus of 1980. If you know that word, you can correct me. It's fine. He finds himself in a Florida refugee camp, but his friend Manny has a way out for them. Undertake a contract killing, and arrangements will be made to get a green card. He's soon working for drug dealer Frank Lopez and shows his mettle when a deal with Colombian drug dealers go bad. He also brings a new level of violence to Miami. Tony is protective of his young sister, but his mother knows what he does for a living and disowns him. Tony is impatient and wants it all, however, including Frank's empire and his mistress, Elvira Hancock. Once at the top, however, Tony's outrageous actions make him a target and everything comes crumbling down.
See, that description makes the movie sound better than it is.
That's
it's not
true.
Good. I don't like this movie. First of all, it's
Go ahead.
simply too long. It's like 2.5 hours long.
It is.
I watched this movie, and I was just like, why am I still here? It's like 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm tired.
Honestly, and it could have been way quicker if they didn't have so many scenes where it was just montages.
Yes. Or him just snorting cocaine. Just literally sitting there snorting cocaine. Like, there's no need. None.
Yeah. So many.
There's also, like, a lot of suspenseful, like, the camera would just pan out, and he's just sitting there in, like, duress. Like, that just takes way too much time. This movie was too long.
That was also most of the movie. Like, he never really gave reactions to any... Well, that's not true. He reacted a lot. But the expressions on his face were not there. Like, for everything, he was just like...
Yeah.
And probably even worse than that. Like, this is more, like, expressionless, but he just looked drained. Like, the life sucked out of him and everything.
Let's just talk about the fact that Al Pacino is not Cuban. Okay? He's obviously not Cuban. The way he was talking the entire time was, like, an Italian accent, and he would just, like, and then his lip would just be out. He was talking. It's like this. Like, that is so annoying. I was watching that. I was like, this man is not Cuban. I think the only one that was Cuban was his best friend, Manny.
And
I think I looked it up. He's the only Cuban actor in this movie.
Yeah, maybe. But even then, sometimes I was like, I would think, well, maybe he is Spanish. Maybe he is.
Who? Al Pacino?
No, the friend.
Manny.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then the actor we're talking about, not the actual character, because they're supposed to be Cuban. But the actual actor, I was like, maybe he is. But then there were times that I'm like, I feel like he's trying too hard.
No,
like,
I looked it up. He was a Cuban. He's Cuban.
oh, he's actually Cuban?
I'm gonna look it up right now.
That's weird.
I
I don't
promise
know.
you, he's Cuban.
I don't know if maybe the script. That was perfect though, because I feel like. But yeah, I feel like the script probably also makes them overact. You know?
Yeah.
Because there were times that he'd be like, "Come on, Ming."
Come
on.
And I'm like, he said that in the movie.
Yeah. And I was like, okay.
Yeah,
So...
he's a Cuban-born American actor.
Oh.
Yeah, son of Cuban immigrants.
Oh.
So he was.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I looked it up. While I was watching this movie, I had to look it up because I was like, Al Pacino is not Cuban.
No, he's not.
No, he's not.
He's
not
Italian, pretty sure.
Yeah.
Right?
And we're gonna look that up
And-
too, just to fact check.
Yeah, like I don't know if this movie, because they weren't a mob.
Who?
Tony
Manny-
Montana?
No, they had come from Cuba.
Yeah,
When they went with the
they were just trying to get
drug
the green
dealer.
card.
Yeah, they killed that guy because they were in that
mm-hmm.
like the concentration camp or the refugee camp basically.
Right.
That was here in Miami, and they to get their green card, the deal was to kill that one guy that would torture people in Cuba for Fidel Castro. So they killed that guy and got their green card.
Right.
Yeah. So that and then they were also working in that kitchen. But Tony's like mindset was like, I'm made for greater things than this. But his greater things was a drug dealer. So
Yeah, that was his choice.
Yeah.
Of greater things.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Italian.
He's Italian. Okay.
So like to have an Italian,
like they only chose him because he was in The Godfather and he was really good in that. Which Al Pacino was excellent in The Godfather. Okay, really good. But this movie called for somebody like the guy who played his best friend, Manny, who was actually Cuban, I think. Because now, Al Pacino, love him. But he was very extra in this movie.
The way he would walk just made me upset.
Yeah, he was very like, I don't even know. How would you describe it?
Annoying. Extra. Exaggerated.
Very angry.
Yeah.
All the time.
Very cussing all the time for things that really are just not needed.
At everything and everyone. There's that one scene in the movie that he's talking to, I guess, somebody he was doing deals with. And the guy was furious with him on the other line. It was telling him, like, this, I told you not to mess with me, or whatever, on the other line.
Sosa?
Yeah. And Tony Montana gets so angry and starts basically beating the phone. Literally beating the phone. And I was like, why? And even the people around him were like, yo, Tony, like, calm down. He's like,
no, nobody messes with
don't
me.
tell me.
Tony Montana. He's the worst. The living worst. This movie is so bad.
So bad on so many levels. And then the part that the girl, Elvira, that
Let's
Michelle
just talk
Pfeiffer
about
plays.
Elvira, okay? Michelle Pfeiffer. Okay?
We love. She's a queen.
We love her. We love her. We love her.
Yes.
She was in Hairspray.
Yes.
I first fell in love with Michelle Pfeiffer in Hairspray.
And she's Catwoman.
And she's Catwoman.
Hear her roar.
Yes, period. But she love her. That's the only reason I was okay with watching this movie, because I found out Michelle Pfeiffer was in
I
it.
didn't even know. I was watching it. I'm like,
yeah.
that's Michelle Pfeiffer. Wow.
The only reason I watched this movie, like I told you, this is my boyfriend's favorite movie. And for what?
We don't
Who
know.
knows? I don't understand why. I will never understand why. It makes you question our entire relationship that this is his favorite movie. But he doesn't even like Michelle Pfeiffer. That's the only reason I'm watching it.
He doesn't like Michelle Pfeiffer?
I know, his taste is just gross.
That's sad.
I don't understand.
She's so good.
I know.
But anyway,
Let's just talk about her.
let's talk about her.
I just want to know. I mean, I know she was just like in it for the cocaine. Like the fact that she had the little pouch with her with the little tiny scooper thing. That she
At
just
all
hit the
times.
quick sniff, sniff. Anywhere she
There was one scene. She's sitting in front of a vanity, and she's sniffing cocaine. She's drinking and smoking at the same time. I was like, so not one of these are working for you? Not
She said
one?
you're going to see me multitask. And she's also painting her nails at the same time.
She's better at multitasking than me, because
Oh, yeah.
I can't.
I got here today. Actually, last time I was here, a couple weeks ago, Erica was making a grilled cheese, which is a simple task. You put butter on bread, you put cheese, and you grill it. It's in the name. For not that long, just until the cheese melts to get a little crispy toast.
Right.
Erica burns her grilled cheese to the point that it's the color of this table. It's black,
Literally.
right? But she did it by accident that day. Okay,
Yeah.
I got here today. I'm walking around. I got my sandwich. I'm eating, and I look at her grilled cheese, and once again, Erica burnt it because she is not capable of multitasking.
Okay. Here's the problem. See, I'm sure normal people, when they grill their grilled cheese, they only do one side because they're just really trying to melt the cheese. And then once the cheese is melted, then we're done, right? We eat the sandwich. But me, I'm like, I want both sides toasted. Like, I want both. So I have to wait for the one side.
How long do you think it takes to toast bread?
But here's the thing. So I constantly go back and I check, right? And every time I feel like I go and check, the toast is still white. It's not where I want it to be.
You want it golden.
I want it golden.
How much butter do you put on your bread?
So the problem is,
You don't put any butter.
I don't put any butter.
Erica! So then, okay, here's my suggestion to you. Since you
Okay.
want to not put butter on your bread like a weirdo.
This is coming from the chef. She's
no,
a chef.
not a chef. Just
She's a
somebody who
chef.
puts butter on bread to make a grilled
No,
cheese.
she's a chef.
Okay. Well, anyways.
Secretly.
Anyways. Why don't you just toast your bread in the toaster and then do a grilled cheese?
That's a very good point.
Yeah, because then your bread will already be toasty, and then like you put it on it will get even more toasty if you put it on the.
Okay, so I'm gonna do this tomorrow.
Okay,
I'm gonna
grilled
send
cheese again
you
tomorrow.
Probably. Probably, because I love grilled cheese. Like, I love it. But apparently I don't know how to make one.
You don't, and it's like I know we used to make grilled cheese growing up in the microwave. You used to but you can't make one. Why don't you put butter on your grilled cheese?
Because it's extra calories that I don't want. But that's besides the point.
Girl, anyways, if you
Yeah.
want a good grilled cheese,
I don't know.
You put butter on the bread.
Yeah. I know. It's a tragedy.
Anyways, Elvira.
Anyway, let's move on. I'm sure people are getting angry with me right now.
Elvira.
Yeah.
So, like, she was just in it for the cocaine. Because, like, why would she be with that guy Frank anyways? She was just hanging around the house.
He was old.
Gross. Real gross.
And she's beautiful.
Yeah. She'd be spying on them.
Yeah.
The scene where Tony and Elvira are dancing, and Tony's just like... just bobbing up and down, and that's it.
She's looking at him like...
But she's also kind of doing the same thing. She's in the...
That's kind of true. But also, I think back then...
It's the 80s.
It's kind of a thing.
Just the...
Yeah.
I guess so. They don't got the... Whoa.
They didn't have the woe.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. But they didn't care. That was their style. That's like in the 50s when they were like twisting. You know?
That's true, yeah.
That was their thing.
She was a lot.
Yeah, she was a lot. She just wanted cocaine. That's all
she did all the
She
time.
didn't
Was just
care
smoking.
for Frank.
No, she was literally only there so
Yeah.
she can get free cocaine.
And money.
Yeah,
Get
she
taken
lived that
care
life,
of.
Yeah,
But at the same
like
time...
when she made fun of Tony's car
Yes.
because it was like a beat down, like dirty car, and then he went and bought a new car.
Yes.
Like for what?
Like there's that one scene that he's sitting in his tub or whatever. and
Yeah,
watching
that's when
TV.
she's smoking,
Yeah.
snorting cocaine, drinking, and painting her nails at the same time.
At the same time. That's skill. That is skill.
Erica can't even do dishes
I
and
can't
make grilled cheese at the same time.
Oh yeah, so back on that point. See, that's the thing. I put the grilled cheese on the stove and then I get distracted because I realize like I have dishes I need to wash. So I start washing dishes. And then mid dish, I'm like scrubbing the dish. I have a realization that I have a sandwich on the stove still grilling and I'm like, oh no.
Then, okay,
and by the time I turn around, no,
question.
then I turn around and there's smoke coming off the stove. And I know for a fact,
Okay,
it's done.
okay. So then this brings me to my next question about your grilled cheese.
Mm-hmm.
How high are you cooking? Like, how high is the heat on the stove that you're able to burn a grilled cheese?
So I've learned, because that was the problem. This has
been a process for you.
This is how I started because I used to put it on high, so both sides of my sandwich would be black. Both sides.
You like it like that?
No, absolutely not.
Oh, okay. It would just happen that way.
It would happen.
The way you just said it made it seem as though you put it on high, so you would get both of their sides of your sandwich.
No. I would put it on I would turn it on and just leave it wherever. Didn't even think like, oh, this is the high setting, this is the medium setting. Like, no. I just put it on high, leave it at 7, and then I walk away. Right? And so both sides of my sandwich would be black. Completely black. And then everybody in my house would be like, how are you eating that? Like,
yeah,
that is
dude.
burnt. And I would try scraping it off with the knife, but it was too stuck to the sandwich.
You're too much. I would not be able to do that.
So
I would throw
I
it away and
learned.
try again. You know how cheap bread is, Erica? Just make a new sandwich.
No. But first of all, by then I'm hungry. I'm starving.
Yeah, but it's your fault. You burned your sandwich. Your taste buds shouldn't have to suffer.
I'm telling you, it's not going to make any sense. It's just, I don't know. But I learned that I need to leave the heat on medium at least.
You need to put
I
it
need
on
to
low.
Okay, so
You need to
tomorrow.
put it on low.
Tomorrow, I will put it on low. I will put butter.
Yes.
I will put
You
my
don't even have to
bread
put that
in the
much butter.
toaster.
Just put like the slightest.
Yeah, just a little
Swipe.
swipe.
Just a quick.
I will put my bread in the toaster first.
Yeah, try that.
And then I'll put the butter and then I'll grill it.
Yes. You know what you need?
Let's see.
You know what you need?
What do I
A
need?
panini press.
I do. Who wants to send me one? No, I'm just kidding.
You
Sponsor
need
me.
a panini press. That way, you don't gotta worry about burning it.
Yeah.
Like, to point that into black.
See, that's the thing. I don't have one personally. Someone else in the house does, but I don't like to use their stuff. You know, I feel bad sometimes.
Do they
So I
care
use
enough to make you not have black grilled cheeses?
I mean, they do care.
So I think it should be fine.
They do care. But anyway, that was a side note. That was our little commercial break.
So yes, Elvira.
Elvira.
We talked
So there
about
was
her
one,
being
yeah. So
evil.
the scene that Tony's in the bathtub.
Yes.
I don't even know. He has his own jacuzzi in his house. I think that's what it is.
It's a hot tub
Right?
in his bathroom.
Yeah. It's a
And
humongous.
Yeah, the jacuzzis that are on the side of the pool when you go out to a public pool. That was his bathtub,
Yeah,
full of bubbles
pretty much.
and water.
And he's sitting there watching TV, and his best
And
friend
news,
is sitting on
yeah.
the side, just watching him in the hot tub. And his, I guess, wife.
Yes,
I think
they're married.
They're
by
married.
then,
Yeah.
They randomly got married. It was like a montage, and then they
Yeah.
got married.
Yeah. One of the many montages.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's sitting back there, and she's mad at him because he's being rude, straight up disrespectful, which is most of the movie.
Yeah, he's just he's yelling at the TV because it has to do something I know he got arrested at some point.
Yeah.
For tax evasion, which
Yeah.
is funny because he's a whole drug dealer. You'd think he would get arrested for
Right.
other things.
Something worse.
He's also killed. And the first scene in the movie, he was already killing somebody. And then
Yes.
he killed again when they went to go do the the first drug deal for the Colombian drug cartel or whatever. They went to the bathroom. Remember, there was a setup, and the Colombians went to go kill not Chi-Chi, one of the other friends.
Yes.
In the bathroom. They use a chainsaw. I'm okay. The first time I watched this movie, I'm with my boyfriend, right? So I'm freaking out. I don't like blood.
Yeah.
Because
you're not ready. You're not
prepared for all the blood. So like they use a chainsaw and they start like just cutting somebody up, and I was just like, is this?
Yeah.
I don't want to watch that. I can't. So like they're using a chainsaw. So then then they run to the street because then like Manny comes in and saves Tony, and Tony runs to the street and ends up killing the guy that like the Colombian drug dealer and shoots him in his head.
Right.
And they show it
in the public. For everybody
on the
to
street
see.
In the middle of Miami. And I was just like, this is a real graphic.
And nobody saw him.
Nobody blinked an eye. That's exactly what I said. I was like, so he's not gonna get arrested for shooting somebody in the middle of Miami.
Nobody's gonna recognize him.
Everybody suddenly went blind.
Right.
They said, I've suddenly become blind.
He was running too fast. I didn't see him.
Meanwhile, he was yelling in the middle of the street and literally shot the guy in his head. Boom.
And he was there for a good while. Enough time for people to
the glory of him murdering.
Yeah. So I don't know.
He's already killed by then. So like the fact that he only got arrested for tax evasion
is incredible. I don't know how he did it.
So he's sitting in the bathtub.
Yeah, he's sitting in the hot tub and he's yelling at her for something, and she's mad at him for,
she's like, we don't do anything. We just sit in this house and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. And I'm like, but you chose this life.
And like, all they do is have sex and blah, 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 blah. Like, they don't do anything.
And I'm like, but you could leave. Mm-hmm. But we all know, like, now we're getting psychological, I guess. But if you look into it, like, she was there. She could have left.
She's the one who married Tony. Because now he was in charge after he killed Frank.
He was making money.
Frank Lopez was like the head of the cartel, the Colombian cartel in Miami. Yeah. And so Tony wanted to like get ahead of him. Because the whole thing is that Frank Lopez was in charge of the drug dealing in Miami. But Frank Lopez's like his connect was Sosa. So Sosa had a meeting with Tony.
Stop banging the table. I can hear.
Oh, sorry. Tony had they met up with Sosa, and like Tony, being the way he is, decided he was going to try to do a whole new deal with Sosa. And so Frank got mad, tried to kill Tony in a nightclub. And Frank was also mad because Elvira was his female, and Tony was trying to get with her. Yeah. So like there were multiple factors as to why.
A lot of power trips.
Yeah, as to why Frank put a hit out on Tony. So they tried to kill him in a club. So like there's the scene that Tony goes into Frank Lopez's office where Frank dies. That scene
is intense.
He's like, I'm not gonna kill you. I ain't gonna kill you.
He's like begging him.
Yeah, he said, I'll give you $1 million. Give me a second chance. I'll go away. I'll leave. You won't see me ever again. He's like, Elvira. You want Elvira? You can have her.
You can have her.
Like, dang. Let's just talk about that for a second.
Right.
First of all, females are not for sale.
Exactly.
Let's just talk about that.
You can't just be like, oh, go ahead, take her. As
Disgusting.
A prize.
Gross. But whatever.
Well, anyways.
So he's like, the guy, Frank is like begging for his life. Like, please don't kill me. Please, please, please. Like, it's on his knees and everything.
Yeah.
And
like
then,
it gets intense.
Yeah, Tony tells him to get up. He's like, nah, I ain't gonna kill you. And then tells Manny to shoot him.
Yeah.
Manny just goes up there and pop. Frank right then and there. Pop. So then Tony becomes the head of the drug dealing in Miami. So gets like all like powerful or whatever. So then Elvira just follows where the money is.
Yeah.
She just wanted safety.
She was mad at him, but also when I watched it, I was like, but why are you mad? Like, you chose this life. You're getting what you wanted. Like, you wanted free crack. Like, this is what you want. But now she hates her life, and is blaming it on him. But I'm like, you could leave. You could leave.
So,
for
like,
sure.
she does.
I think she finally does. But, she waited too long, I think. Mm-hmm. But
because they finally, like, He yells at her while he's in the bathtub or whatever. At the same time, him and Manny get into an argument.
Oh, yeah.
Because Manny wants more responsibility. Or, like, even a thank you.
Yeah.
And, like, Tony's just like, ugh. Like, that's the only reason that they got, like, the drug deal, like, thing was because of Manny.
Yeah, that's
so, like,
true.
Manny did it all by himself, basically, you know? And, like, so Tony was just disregards him for everything. So then Manny storms off, and then he starts arguing about, Tony starts arguing with Elvira. She leaves. So he's just left in a tub by himself, yelling.
Just to himself. To the air. Nobody's there anymore.
He's yelling for Elvira.
He's like, I'm Tony Montana.
Yeah.
Don't mess with Tony Montana.
Yeah. He has more colorful choice of words. But
Yes.
And then
we're trying to keep it,
yeah,
you know, PG as much
don't
as we can.
Don't show this movie to your kids.
Don't. Like, even to me, the first time I watched this movie was probably like 5 years ago, and I was not prepared. Like, the first 5 minutes, or maybe 10 minutes, you've already seen somebody get shot. You've seen somebody get chainsawed. Like,
you got somebody get shot on their head.
Yeah.
There's a lot of drugs.
Yeah. A lot of cursing.
Yeah.
So, just don't show it to your children.
Like, I'm almost 20, and I saw it like a month and a half ago.
Yeah. And if you're not about that kind of life, don't watch. Just listen to us. We described it to you. You can watch YouTube videos. Also, let's talk about YouTube real quick and these reviews that I was watching about Scarface. Okay, so we're obviously not fans of this movie, right? We have a lot of opinions. But YouTube, this is the best movie ever. This is one of Al Pacino's best performances he's ever done. What? Like, I was watching it yesterday just to kind of like get more information about this. And I was like, there's no way. Like, the story, maybe. The story's not bad. Bless you. Yeah, the story's not bad. It's just the acting. I don't know. In my opinion, I don't think the acting is that great.
Oh, Al Pacino as a Cuban, there's no way that could work. So the acting in that like respect was just really bad. Manny, I thought was fine.
Yeah, Manny was good. His sister
Let me just
was great.
talk about Manny real quick.
Okay.
Do you know who Manny looks like?
No.
Papa.
That's kind of true.
It's very true. Like, do you know the picture of Papa in like his army uniform?
Yeah.
He looks exactly like that. So then you know who else he looks like? Andrew.
Yes. If you don't know who we're talking about, Papa's our grandfather. Yeah, and Andrew's our cousin. Hi,
Shut
Andrew,
up.
if you're watching.
Yeah.
But that's
I was
true.
watching the movie and I was like, that looks like my grandfather when he was younger.
Yeah.
100%.
That is so true.
Yeah.
Aw.
But yeah.
Papa.
And also, Manny deserved better.
Yeah.
Than
Tony. Yeah. They were best friends, you know, loyal to each other. Manny was loyal to Tony, obviously, right?
All the way to the end.
All the way to the end. In all of his bad decisions and his outbursts and all this stuff, Manny was there, you know, trying to tell him, like, hey, calm down, like, relax, you're really going crazy. Like, when he first makes the deal with the Colombians in the outside of the restaurant.
Yes.
And, like, they tell him, you know, oh, hey, you could, you know, this is how you can get your green card, whatever. Manny tells him then, like, hey, like, you're really pushing your luck. Like, you need to be careful, because he almost got into a fight with them right there or whatever, because he's a hothead, right? But, yeah, all the way, all the time. Manny was like, you need to calm down, dude. But no, Tony did not listen. And also, let's talk about Tony's sister.
Her name, Gina.
First of all,
Gina also deserved better, but we're going to wait till like a little while later to explain. Because I have a lot of thoughts about that as well.
Yeah.
But Gina, okay, so Tony's mom knows that he's no good. Right? He's just bad and like a criminal. So he doesn't want her around Gina, because Gina's like growing up still, like she's young and she's like it's real impressionable. He goes to the house like the first time after he's like rich or whatever, and he goes to the house, and his mom was not having it. She's like, "You need to leave. I don't want any gifts from you. You need to get away from your sister." And, you know, Gina, being a stupid kid that she is, runs after him.
And a loving sister.
Tony, don't leave. It couldn't be me.
Yeah. Like, I guess he had been gone for 5 years is what the mom was saying. Like, Tony first shows up and the mom is obviously in shock. Yeah. Like, because she hadn't seen him for a while. So she lets him in. She's, like, trying to figure out what's going on. You know,
why are you here?
Yeah, and like he's sitting at the table talking to Gina and his mom, and he's like, "Oh, like you'll be so proud of me, Ma. Like I made it finally," and gives them money, and the mom is just like, "Get out of my house! Like, where have you been? I know you're not doing anything. You know, you're not doing the right things. I know this is dirty money. I don't want it," and like basically like throws it back in his face. Yeah. And Gina, because she loves him and she misses him, I'm sure she was like, but you know, like, she goes outside and she talks to him and he gives her the money. Yeah.
And like she's supposed to go to cosmetology school, I think it was.
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah. Goes to cosmetology school. Like she's supposed to be like really like the star of the family. She's gonna make it the right way and whatever. So then Tony goes to a club. Yeah. Later in the movie. And he sees her dancing with some dude. Yeah. Sees a dude bring her into the restroom.
To, do things.
Do things. Do adult things. Yeah. And she's also snorting cocaine. Yeah. In the bathroom. He finds them, like beats up the guy. He also smacks her.
Yeah, which I didn't understand.
I was like, she's grown. Number one, she is grown.
She's 20. Hello.
Yeah, she's grown. Okay, and he smacks her like he's her dad. Yeah, and I saw that and I was like, oh, absolutely not. You're gonna show up in my life like randomly and then smack me,
right? And you're the
one. Probably who just sold this guy this cocaine that this guy sold me. Probably
right. You're out here doing worse.
Yeah. You're the reason that I have cocaine. So.
Yeah. But you know what? Speaking of that, because I was watching YouTube videos yesterday, and I guess there was somebody, I forgot his name, Frank something, but he did that back in the day. Like he was selling like drugs and things like that. And he was talking about the movie, talking about Scarface and like connecting his life with the movie. He also loved Scarface, but anyway, so he was saying like his point of view that I guess his sisters and his brothers got into that kind of life. Like they had also started taking drugs and smoking cocaine and things like that. And he said that he was also very protective of his sister when this started happening. But he made a comment that I was like, how is that different? He was like, because she's my sister, she's a woman, but like my brothers were also in it, but that's different. That's different because they're men. They know how to handle themselves. I was like, how is that different? Like they're both doing something terrible, like something not very harmful.
She's a female
because she was a female.
Do drugs.
How dare he?
I'm a female. I can do what I want.
Like how?
So just because she was a female in the family, she couldn't do the same things he was doing.
Yeah,
that's hypocrisy.
That he needed to, protect her more.
Why? Just because she's a female?
Because she's a female. I'm like, because she's more impressionable and can be more I was like, okay. I mean, you should have been just as concerned for both, I think. Yeah. But anyway.
100%, yeah.
So, like, I think that was probably, like, Tony Montana's view as well. Like, she's a woman, I'm a man. I can handle myself in this world. She can't.
He barely even knows her. That's the funny part.
Yeah.
He barely knows her, and then he comes over here telling her what to do all the time, and then like finds her in the club, smacks her, right? So then he smacks her in the club. She runs away. She's like, "You can't tell me what to do, Tony." All that, right? And then they get in the car, and like Manny's with him after this, right? And so Manny starts talking about Dina, and like you get the inkling that Manny has a thing for Dina, which he does, right? And Tony has the nerve to tell Manny, "That's my sister. That's not for you. Don't touch."
Right. Yeah.
Meanwhile, I rooted for Manny and Gina.
Yeah.
I really did.
I think they were very, very cute.
Yeah.
And he actually loved her.
Yeah.
Like, he would have protected her, I think.
Yeah, she would have been safe.
Yeah.
But Tony was like, "No, that's my sister. You can't have her."
So he'd rather her be with somebody else
Than his best friend.
than his best friend that he knows.
Yeah. Well, then again, like, he knows how Manny was, a player
I
and all
mean,
that.
true. That's true.
So you can't really blame Tony, but you can. Because, like, he's talking about, he's going to take care of your sister,
Yeah.
But
Tony
it was just too
was
much.
a lot.
Yeah. So he finally tells her, like, none of that they can't be together. And then, like, Tony starts going through it. Tony starts going through it in, like, the middle of the movie, since this movie's so long. The middle of the movie, when he starts going through it, he gets arrested, like, things start not going his way, and, like, Sosa, Tony gets arrested, and Sosa tells Tony that if he does this one thing for him, he can get, like, his charges dropped, or whatever. So the one thing was that he had to blow up, or, like, assassinate, like, who was he assassinating? Some guy that had to do
I don't
it.
remember.
A journalist. A journalist doing a story like that was gonna exploit or expose Sosa, and so Tony's task was to assassinate this guy. His charges were gonna be dropped. So like they go to assassinate this guy, and they planted a bomb under the guy's car. But then to find out that the guy also had his wife and kids with him. Mm-hmm. So then Tony decides he's gonna grow a heart. But like, no, I don't kill women or children. Like, okay, now you're not gonna kill. Okay, fine.
Like, starts freaking out.
Yeah.
Like, wait, there's, like, I'm not doing that. Like,
No,
I'm not doing
driving
that.
away. But then they have to follow him because they couldn't be, like, a certain amount of, like, time, like, feet apart from the bomb. So they have to start following him. And the guy, like, with the bomb, the detonator is about to do it or whatever. Tony shoots this guy. And next to him in the car, like, this is Tony, and I'm the guy with the bomb. And Tony just shoots him. I'm just against the window.
Yeah.
Like, that wouldn't pop your eardrums or whatever.
That's so loud. There's absolutely no way.
Yeah, and so he's yelling in the car at the dead guy. You couldn't tell me to kill my wife and kids. You're not gonna mess with Tony. I told you I wasn't gonna do that. And like yelling at a dead guy. But you don't listen. Yelling at a dead man.
And the people in the back seat are like, is he okay?
Yeah. So he does that. So then he just starts going through it because then, like now Sosa's going to kill him, So Tony starts going like, I don't know, like after that he goes to see Manny. And Manny didn't listen to Tony and got with Gina anyways. So like, okay, so like Manny opens the door in his underwear. And then Gina pops up from like the stairs.
In her nightgown.
And so, Tony's high. He's, like, snorting so much cocaine under duress.
At this point, he's really bad.
Yeah, he's just going through it. So then he shoots Manny out of just rage. Shoots his best friend, his partner, and the poor guy's in his underwear.
Right.
Like, what a way to go.
No dignity, nothing.
You get shot by your best friend while you're in your underwear.
Didn't even ask questions.
No, nothing. Just out of pure, like, just pure rage. Like, fury.
I guess he assumed that they were just hooking up and he didn't actually love her and all this stuff. And then doesn't know that they had just gotten married the night before.
That Gina runs on the stairs screaming, crying. We just got married yesterday. We were going to surprise you.
Yeah.
So then he feels super, super, super bad.
Yeah. And has no expression on his face once again.
He's just like... Gina, come on.
And his men are like, we gotta go.
Yeah.
Like, we gotta go.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, the movie just gets crazier and crazier as it keeps going.
Yeah, so then he takes Gina with him. They go back to his big, big mansion. At this point, by the way, Elvira has already left him.
Yeah, she's long gone.
They had a dinner. He called her infertile and a junkie. Like that she wasn't going to give him, like, a son or whatever. So they caused a scene in a restaurant. And he's like, all y'all rich people looking at me. And, like, you don't know, I'm Tony Montana, blah, blah, blah. Like, So, by then, she's like, I'm done with you. Goodbye. So she leaves.
Yeah.
So fast forward to now. Takes Gina to the house. Kind of, I think he, like, drugs her or something to bring her.
I think so, too.
Like, to bring her to the house. So he's in his office snorting so much cocaine. Like,
excessive.
Imagine this is his desk. It's white.
Yeah.
Just covered in powder. And, like, he, it's just, like, leaning in his big, big chair, just, like, zoning out. And Gina comes in, like, all, like, off it, like, zoned out, like, really weird. Telling him, like, did you just want me for yourself, Tony? Well, here I am. Like, she's, like, taking off her clothes. Like, it's really creepy.
Yeah.
And she's like, you just wanted me for yourself. And she has a gun. Like, she's gonna kill him or whatever, right? At this same point, there's, like, a whole bunch of men coming to the house to, like, assassinate Tony.
Yeah.
Like, they're done. Like, Sosa is like, I put a hit on Tony. He's gonna die. He messed up one too many times. Like, they're done. But in the middle of this, Gina's trying to kill him as well. Because she just killed Manny.
She had it with him, too.
Yeah, so nobody likes Tony at this point. I never liked him. So I was like, please shoot him. Please, somebody.
The only one who liked him was Manny.
Yeah, and he shot Manny. Yeah. And so at this point, the slaughter happens of the guys who are there to kill Manny. Just start free-for-all shooting inside the house. So Gina gets slaughtered. She gets shot up, homie, like bullets everywhere, just dead. And so then, you know, Tony's super, like, high to the point, like, he's on so much cocaine, he's basically invincible, because like, he gets shot so many times, and he doesn't die. Like, he's just standing. Like, no, he
doesn't feel it.
He's like, I'm Tony Montana, you can't kill me. So then the iconic scene comes.
Oh,
like
yeah.
The grenade launcher.
Yeah.
The say hello to my little friend. That's where if you didn't know where that line is from, it's from this movie.
Scarface.
He comes out, busts the door open, say hello to my little friend, and shoots off a grenade launcher in the middle of his mansion. He gets shot up, like the point, like, blood is just, like, spewing out of him.
Yeah.
And he's still alive. He won't die. And for what?
Exactly.
Like, what do you have to live for at this point? Nothing.
Like, just go.
Your wife left you. You have no son. You just killed your best friend. Your sister just got slaughtered in front of your
mom
eyes.
disowned
your
you.
Your mom disowned you. Like, what do you have to, like, there's nothing to live for. The cartel leader of the Colombian drug trade has a hit out on you. You're not gonna live. But yet you're so determined that nobody's gonna, you know, try to mess with you.
Yeah. Like, he just needs to prove himself
to himself, basically. Yeah. So finally, the guy, like the lead, like, what do you call it? Like, I guess assassin, like the assassin for the cartel, the Skull. I'm pretty sure he's called.
Yeah.
Finally shoots Tony.
Yeah.
And he finally dies. Falls into, like, a pool.
And the way he dies, though, like, I'm gonna need you to look that clip up because it is so dramatic. Like, however, I know he is in mid-scream. Like, he's literally yelling, like...
He has a whole, like, monologue.
Just
in the middle of getting
yelling
shot.
at dead space.
Come on, is that all you got? Is that all you got? Kill me, come kill me.
And then he's, like, mid-scream. He gets shot. He's like... like, his mouth... And he falls into this pool of water that is inside his house, by the way. He has a whole pool downstairs.
Yes.
He falls into it.
With a statue, not a statue. Oh God, a statue that says "The world is yours."
The world is yours.
That
yeah,
was like the
that
theme
was his
of
thing.
Yeah, the world is mine.
Yeah, that was the whole theme of the movie.
Yeah,
but like, dies, literally fills the pool with blood, like, everywhere.
You know what vibes I got from that?
What?
Great Gatsby.
Yes.
With Leonardo DiCaprio.
We will not be reviewing that movie
that's a
because
good
I
movie.
love that movie.
That-
I mean, you guys can suggest if you want us to do that.
If you want to hear us talk good about a movie,
we can do that too.
Yeah.
If you're very annoyed about our negativity, we can do some positivity as well.
no,
But-
I'm negative.
We are negative
I am
Nancy's.
negative Nancy.
No, but yeah, it's yeah, I don't understand. I was very conflicted with this movie. Also, the YouTube videos that I watched concerning Gina and Tony's relationship, you could tell everyone was confused. Like, everyone was like, so I'm not going to get too deep into this with him and her, but
They were real close.
they were a little too close. And some people were talking about how, you know, it was probably because she was the only, like, pure thing in his life. You know, like, he literally loved her, you know, but it could have been confused with, you know, maybe he loved her a little too much.
When they would talk, they'd be like
super
close.
close. Yeah.
I remember when I
he was,
first
like,
watched it,
all
I was
up
like,
on her.
I was like, ugh, am I good? Ugh.
Yeah, I was confused at first. I was like, what's happening? What is their relationship? You know? So then at the very end, when she's like, you just wanted me for yourself. This is what you wanted, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, yeah. Kind of looks like that.
You give him those mixed signals.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, you guys were all up on each other.
In
Like,
the beginning.
that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
It's just, I literally, once the movie ended, I was like, R.I.P. Gina and Manny. They didn't deserve to die that way.
They deserve
Manny
better.
died in his underwear.
Yeah.
After he had just married the girl he loves.
Yeah.
Gina was slaughtered by a cartel. But
She didn't deserve
all she
that.
wanted was to be with her husband.
I
Meanwhile,
think Tony should, if Tony would have just died earlier,
like with the chainsaw,
everyone
in the
would have been
bathroom, the first
happier.
couple scenes.
Yeah. Now, would I watch this movie again?
No,
I might,
I will not.
just to laugh, because it makes me laugh. I think this movie is funny.
Because I had told my boyfriend that I was gonna watch it again this week to like refresh my mind, to ignite my fury once again about how much I hated this movie. I never did.
It puts me through so many emotions.
I was like, I'm never watching that movie again. He was like, yeah, we are. I was like, no, we're not. He was like, it's my favorite movie. I was like, I don't understand.
no,
I don't get why. He quotes it on the daily, and I don't know
That's
why.
too much.
I couldn't tell you why.
That's too much. I don't know. People love it. You know, you can
Everybody's
do whatever you want.
entitled to their trash opinion.
Yeah, you can have it. You can enjoy it if you want to. You can quote the movie if it makes you happy. But we don't like it. And that's our verdict. You have anything else to add?
No.
No.
Not that I think. We're gonna tune in next time to learn if Erica knows how to make a grilled cheese.
I will update you.
Yeah. We need pictures. We need evidence that you know how to make a grilled cheese.
I got you.
Please.
I got you.
Because it just hurts me deeply that you don't know how to make a grilled cheese. You're older than me, okay? Really,
Yes.
I'm the youngest. She's the oldest. We do have another sister.
You'll meet her someday, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure. But the fact that I know how to make a grilled cheese, a good one.
But like I said, she's a chef.
No, I'm
secretly.
not.
But also, I know what people are going to say. I should know how to make a grilled cheese. That is the
you know that one
easiest thing.
episode of like Sweet Life with Zach and Cody where like the babysitter, I think it was London actually, asked how to make grilled cheese, and like she was like, "Do I need to take the plastic off?" Like that's how I feel you are when you're making a grilled cheese. Do I need to take the plastic off the cheese?
See, that's not fair. Comparing me to London, that's just rude.
Well, Erica,
That's rude.
you want to know what the components of grilled cheese are? 2 slices of bread and how many slices of cheese you want, and heat. You can literally probably go. And like the grilled cheese would be better than the one you made today. Because it wouldn't be burnt. You can leave it in the sun.
And on that note, thank you all for tuning in to That's a Latté Film.
The first episode.
The first episode. Wow. Hopefully many more to come.
Oh, that's really
Will you snap out of it and get me some more coffee?
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies